Ladies and gentlemen, all right, here we go. It's 10:36 a.m. It is November 19th, 2020. Happy birthday, Lindsay Hendrickson, my drive-by girl. Just watching Joe Rogan. I'm watching Donald Rawlings, waiting for Dave Chappelle. I like Donald Rawlings, so I've watched Joe Rogan and Donald Rawlings talk before. It's a good conversation, so it's pretty interesting. But Dave Chappelle's about to come on. Anyway, so what? Joe has this. Why do we need to go to work anyways? With computers, why can't we just do it all from home? There's a one size fits all doesn't work as well. All right, I hate this one size fits all rehab, one size fits all laws, one size fits all. This is why decentralized government works better than centralized. Big government tries to put blanket policies that cover as many people as possible to help as many people as possible, and it usually helps the least when it's dished out like that. But now this is a whole kind of different thing. Why should people go to work? Okay. This is anecdotal, but I imagine it's pretty relevant. So, if you're on Social Security or food stamps or anything like that before COVID, you could be on hold for a half an hour or even be waiting a few hours to get a call back. And if you miss that call back, or if you had to start, it's very frustrating, very slow, very frustrating. By the time you get to talk to a human, you're so fucking frustrated that they usually go, well, you're yelling at me, and they hang up, which is just even worse. All right? And this is coming from someone who, most of the time, is of a reasonably high intellect and able to accomplish goals and logistically get things done when he sets his mind to it. Now, for me, I imagine people that are less fortunate in their mental capacities and behaviors trying to jump through the same hoops I myself failed to jump through because of frustration, time limits, scheduling, and misunderstandings. Now, COVID comes along, and all these motherfuckers are working from home, and you can't talk to anybody live. You have to leave a message. Look, before that, what took you 3 days because you had to call this person, this department took half the day to get back to you, and then you had other things to do. You can't just sit around waiting for the phone call, whatever. Even with mobile phones, because you get busy, you can't talk to a government agency, whether it's Social Security, welfare, food stamps, IRS, while you're driving down the road. It's just not feasible. So what usually, if you had to deal with 2 or 3 different departments, would take you 2 or 3 days, maybe all week, before you got the finalized results, information, whatever you needed to get done, finally done, certified, done. Okay, we got that taken care of. That process now takes 3 weeks. Why does it take 3 weeks, Cameron? Because if you have so you got a bigger problem. You become aware of a problem. You missed something in the mail. You didn't fill out a form. They're going to cut you off, and you believe it's this. And because of Obamacare and how convoluted and complicated the healthcare system and Social Security and all these departments have become, something's been brought to your attention. You're like, oh fuck, well I better fix that. But you're not sure how to fix that or why or what. So you call, let's say, which, like I said, I'm of a fairly competent mindset, but more than once, I've called Social Security when I really needed to call DHSH, or vice versa. Which before that was like a 2 to 3 hour fucking oopsie because I'm on hold forever. I finally talked to somebody live. They're like, oh, you need to talk to these people over here. Fuck. All right. So usually you just give up for the day. I'll call them tomorrow, whatever, because it's late in the day. You're frustrated. All right. Now, if you call the wrong department, considering the wrong thing that's been brought to your attention, it could take you 2 to 3 days before they call you fucking back and tell you need to call over here. And then you go over here, and then they can only go so far, and then they have to transfer you to another department, but they don't get back to you for another 3 to 4 days. It literally can take 2 to 3 weeks for you to get something accomplished that used to take 3 days. Which most things used to take 3 days. You almost never can call up one place and get whatever has been brought to your attention about whatever you forgot to fill out, whatever form, whatever update, whatever review you need to do. It usually takes a few steps. That usually takes a couple days to figure out which step, which phone number, which department to call, who, what, where, when. Now it could take 3 fucking weeks. Because these people aren't responsible enough to work at home. It puts way too much power into their hands because they can just cut you off and you have to start the whole process again if you make them mad. You don't get to decide whether I get help, whether you like me or not, if you're a government fucking employee. This is how they play this game. If they don't like you, they'll hang up on you. If they don't like you, you don't get the services. That's not how services are supposed to work. But because now they're out at home, they have less supervision, they have less accountability. If they don't like you, they'll deny you services based on not liking you. That is not government service. The government does not have a right to help you based on whether one of their employees likes your attitude or not. That is not how it's supposed to be ran. But that's how it was ran for a long time. It's been getting worse and worse and worse. If you say the wrong thing to a nurse, you say the wrong thing to a doctor, bam, you're not getting the service you would have got because something you simply said has no subjective or objective criteria to what you were there for. Example B. I know people with anxiety disorder that's severe and real, and they get on the wrong medication and they start freaking out. So they go to the ER because they're freaking out and they need the right medication, and it's a Wednesday, so it's Saturday or Sunday, and so they go there to the hospital to get mental help, to get help with their anxiety, and they get ushered out by security guards because they won't calm down. They suffer from anxiety. They're panicking. They don't have their medication. And if they do this in front of a medical professional at the hospital, they'll get thrown out of the hospital. What fucking sense does this make? Ugh. So, when Joe says, oh, well, why can't people work from home? Because they're not responsible enough. They're not diligent enough. They're too fucking lazy to work at home. They need somebody there, a manager, to say, hey, you gotta stop hanging up on people. That's the third one today, motherfucker. You need to build a more tolerance for angry people because most people calling are angry. You don't get to hang up on them all because you don't want to deal with it. Anyways, that's a short blast from me to you. Hope you enjoy. Take care. Whatever. Fuck off. Fuck Biden. Fuck Inslee.